My name is Maurice Velasquez.
And I'm John Shirk.
And this is Winning in the Workplace.
Powered by Team Real World. Welcome back to our series on training your employees. Whenever someone talks about sending employees to a training class, it's reasonable for employees to cringe and not look forward to going. Whether it's an 8-hour class or a half-day workshop or even a 90-minute lunch and learn, training has gotten an increasingly bad reputation because most people consider it a waste of time. Not good enough content, the presentation is boring, and the material is soon forgotten. This is why a lot of companies are turning to video training, and rightly so. With the access to smartphones and exceptionally good video quality in our mobile devices, managers and companies are able to capture and distribute effective training to their teams. In this workshop, we'll cover the pros and cons of using video training and some steps on how to make them effective. There is, however, one key element of video training that most companies forget to include with their videos. I'll cover that with you at the end of this module.
We're going to talk today about the pros and the cons of video training and some tips and tricks on how to make it worth your while. And I really would like to try to remove the mystery of this because it doesn't have to be as difficult. Now, whenever we're thinking about video training, look, you're watching a video training right now. This quality of video training is what let's call, for example, type A, the highest possible quality. For the vast majority of the training that you're going to do, you may not need this level of quality. In other words, it doesn't have to be the high-class training in order to be successful and in order to provide your people with good training. We're going to cover the pros and the cons of training. We're going to talk about the two types of training that you should use video training for. We're going to give you some very basic tips on how to do this. Your best tool is your smartphone. Some basic guidelines on how to make the training on video engaging, how to have a secure portal for you to have confidential information. So let's get started with number one, the pros and cons of training. All right, so here what we have is we have the major things that you want to accomplish with any kind of training. Training should provide for you consistency. So if you have one trainer that is regularly training everybody, it's just human nature that one session is not going to be the same as the second session. It should be close, and the material should be very consistent, even if it's the same person rolling out training. However, let's be realistic, okay? What one person hears in one session is not always 100% what they hear in another session. As much as we try, that's the goal, but what video training allows you to do is to have a consistent message in the content and the data from session to session. We think that between the two, video training provides a much more consistent rollout of the data. My first need to train a bunch of employees, we had about 40 to 80 offices distributed out over 3 different states. The biggest bulk of training can't fall on the supervisors, so the home office or the central training center or the different training centers throughout our company, we had to figure out how do we do this. We decided we were going to do video training, and it was very successful. We could record a video, upload it to our website or to a website, and people had access to it, and we had a very good systematic approach of rolling out training. So we found out that by doing video training, you can distribute lots of ongoing skill sets on a regular basis. So you got to keep it organized, but this is one of the biggest benefits of video training is the fact that you can distribute it out on a regular basis. Third, the turnaround factor. Once we got started, and once you get started, you're going to find out that people are going to make requests. People are going to say, hey, look, you guys skipped a module, or you skipped a set, or you made a mistake on one of the videos, or hey, that didn't make sense, we need you to expand, or whatever the reason is for having to do another video. Well, you can turn that around a lot faster and get it out to everybody in a quickly good turnaround. So that's the benefit of video training. Another benefit is that you ensure the accuracy of the data. This is very consistent with the fact that you have consistency across, but that you ensure the accuracy of the data. You can match your video training with your procedures and guidelines, which we'll talk about in just a minute, and create a higher standard of performance and excellence throughout your teams. You have clients over different time zones or different shifts or Saturday crew, or some people have late nights, they work late nights, or somebody wants to access it in their own time. If they know where to go and they have login access to where the training is, then what you've made it is you made it very flexible for people to access the training, which is a great plus that nothing else but video training provides. These are the biggest pros of it. The negatives, or the things that you should not look to video training for, are these, okay? Is that it doesn't provide a type of human reinforcement, okay? The human element of interaction about how to apply it. Also, the learning experience that by going to a workshop or being with other human beings, you hear the instructor, but you also hear what this other person's saying, so you learn it at a different level. I can have certain questions answered that a video is just not going to be able to do because it's limited. The other negative about videos is that it doesn't ensure mastery. Video training, you have to consider it kind of like first base or second base, all right? But if you really want to score home runs, and with the training, you have to realize that video training should always be backed up with a human element of your coaches and your managers to ensure that there's mastery to it. Let's go to point number 2, which is this. There's 2 types of training that you should look into video training. The first is what's called best practices, okay? Which in other words, it's general training. It's things like, it's things that you would find from other vendors. They provide that for you. The other kind of training is what would be referred to as being more tailored and more customized. All right, let's break this out into 2 different columns and I'll show it to you. All right, over here is the general training, and what this means is that general training is things like industry standards, okay, or best business practices, or general categories that you can find training from vendors, okay? So for example, at our website, Winning in the Workplace, we have a large number of videos that are very much business standards, industry standards that help customers and clients find out about how to do better time management, leadership training, management training, communications, writing skills, all these types of training that you could find in the general market. That is a very good and popular use of video training. So there's a need for that, and the biggest pro of that type of training is that you should not spend a lot of time recreating this from scratch, because you have a lot of different vendors out there, including us, that can provide that for you. So you save yourself a lot of time if you invest the funds into getting what's already out there. However, they're limited because you want to be able to offer the second category, the second type of training, and that is tailored training. And tailored training is the kind of training that is specific to your needs and to your requirements. It's when you actually train your people on your procedures, on your processes, on the skill sets that you need them to master. Let me show you the steps on how to go about this. First, the first thing to do, the easiest way, is to go and create your YouTube channel, all right? And create it for your company, all right? Then start shooting video. Take out your smartphone, take out your iPhones, and start shooting video. For example, we found in this company that's teaching their technicians how to repair windshields. And they did a 3.5-minute video on how to do this. Extremely, extremely powerful, extremely easy. You can follow it along, okay? So somebody just put a camera there, and you notice over here that the technician goes about, and you'll see in the video that they actually open the door, they show you how to clean, how to clean things in the inside, how to prepare the windshield, and they go step by step through it. Excellent, all right? Again, 3.5-minute video. Then what you do is you then use, you can use a very simple editing software and go ahead and edit it. It's very easy to use. We're not going to cover that, how to do that right now, but you basically take your file that you've captured in your smartphone and you edit it, and then what you do is you use another program called Capture, and you upload it into your YouTube channel. It's as easy as that. 3 simple steps. You shoot the video, you do some simple editing to it, and with Capture, you edit it to YouTube, and then you notify your teams, hey guys, we've uploaded this module, here's how we want to start doing our windshield repairs at our company. Extremely easy, nothing really it doesn't require rocket science, okay? Let me give you some guidelines on how to make your videos much more engaging. First, keep it short. 3 to 14 minutes, okay? Any more, you're gonna require too much and you're not gonna get as much traffic. Second is you wanna focus on 1 to 2 skills per video. Don't try to fit too much in a video. Focus on 1 skill or 2 skills, all right? Then keep doing this on a regular basis and create a series of videos that back each other up. So you can say the next step is coming up in the next video, and you keep this conversation going and you keep it organized. Fourth, you have to make sure that you add points on the screen. We'll show that in just a second. And number 5, keep this rule of thumb: 1, 20, and 3. In other words, 1 picture per slide, no more than 20 words per slide, and no more than 3 bullets in each section. Okay, so over here, I'm already breaking this rule. You see how difficult this is to follow? Don't do this right here. What you want to do is you want to do it like the following screen. Watch, okay? You want to be able to simply say is, while the video is happening here, the visual would be something like this. It comes right here, you give an instruction here, then you give another instruction, and then you give another. Don't leave your video with just being audio instructions. You have to show visual steps. It's a whole lot easier for those that are more visual about things. All right, and then finally, because your videos, you're not going to be able to share them with the world at large, you got to be careful how much you put out there on YouTube. You're going to probably need a secure portal. So you can either build that with SharePoint or your intranet, or invest in your own portal so you can organize all your files. What we're offering at Team Real World is for you to use our portal at Winning in the Workplace, which is located at winningintheworkplace.com, for you to basically create an account with us and have all your videos available for your people to be able to log in and have access to all of our content, which is general practices, and also the specific tailored training that you need for your company. Now you would say, Maurice, what about this? What about if we need a specific tailored video that Team Real World offers? Our answer is, let us know. If you need something in sales, computers, management, professional skills that you need specifically for your clients, for your employees, shoot us an email. First of all, subscribe. Then shoot us an email and say, Maurice, we need these videos. We will tailor those videos according to your needs and put them in our library and make them available for your team. All right, so hopefully you have found this helpful. Let's do a recap real quickly. All right, number 1 is we covered the pros and cons. Remember, there's 2 types of content. Then we covered how to do this. Get your cell phone out and use the 2 applications, which is iMovie and Capture. Create your YouTube channel and populate there and do it on a regular basis. Once a week is reasonable to get started. We showed you some basic guidelines on how to keep the videos engaging, and we talked about how to secure a portal or how to begin thinking in terms of securing your confidential information so that you don't open your videos to everybody at large and make them accessible just for your teams. All right, we've covered a lot of ground. We'll cover more specifics on how to break this down even further with more details. And next, on one of our next videos, we're also going to talk about why traditional training doesn't work and what we can do about it and the trappings of traditional training that may be working against you.
Video training is exploding and becoming a central venue with which to communicate data and train employees. Research shows that over 70% of large companies are providing their employees with some form of online training to offset the time off from work, and that the trend will likely grow at 10 to 20% each year over the next couple of years. The one element that most managers forget to include with their video training is a document that they can download that coincides with the video module. Most people assume that, hey, we provided the visual instruction, there's no need to provide a document to print. Who prints paper anyway? Well, I'll tell you who. Those people that are kinesthetic, those that learn better by holding a sheet of paper. With the video, you reach those that are visual. With good sound in your video and clear instructions, you reach those that learn by audio. And with a printable document, you will reach the rest of your team that learns best with a document they can hold and write notes on. Don't forget to send us your feedback and the topics you want us to cover in future videos. From all of us here at Team Real World and Winning in the Workplace, thank you for joining us.